What's up, everyone? Welcome to this show, the Wrestling Talk Show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 10. We made it to episode number 10, guys. 10 episodes of Wrestling Talk Show's Creative Conversation, guys. Episode number 10, brought to you by yours truly, your fan, Wrestling Talk Show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, two episodes that we're going to be talking about today is one, today we're going to be talking about The Undertaker. The Undertaker and Vince McMahon are not getting along right now. This is going to be the episode we're going to be talking about. And tonight, guys, tune in tonight's episode. There are plans for Charlotte and Dana Brooke to feud. So be on the lookout for that episode tonight of number 11 of Wrestling Talk Show's Creative Conversation, guys. So before I get into the show, please make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at the Talk Show 101. The link will be in the description for you guys below. And go please like me on my Facebook page, guys. The links will be in the description for you guys below. So go follow me and go tweet me. So The Undertaker is pissed. The article's from ringsidenews.com. Links in the description for you below. And let's get into the WWE news. Undertaker pissed off with Vince McMahon. He's basically angry with him. Things are not good these days between the Phenom, the Undertaker, the American Badass, the Demon, the Phenom, the Ministry of Darkness, the Undertaker, and himself, Vince McMahon. They're not in good terms right now. The chairman has reached out to Taker about appearing at SummerSlam, but isn't getting a response. Taker has told those close to him that he doesn't plan on wrestling ever again. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the rest of the show, I'm a fan of The Undertaker. I like the American Badass. I love the Phenom. The Undertaker's a good performer. He's good in the ring. Taker has done it all in WWF since the WWE. From when he first debuted as Survivor Series in 1990. The Undertaker was a huge success, in my opinion. I was a fan of him. The Undertaker drew me in. The character that he had was phenomenal. And I didn't want him to wrestle again. You know, in my opinion, it was cool to see Shane versus The Undertaker. Don't get me wrong, I loved the match. But I didn't like the outcome of it. You know, I wanted Taker to beat Shane McMahon. Okay? You guys know the rules of the match between Taker and Shane. I don't have to go in full details about it. You guys know the stipulation about it. And Shane was on Raw the next night, and he was controlling Raw, which made no sense to me because the Undertaker, beat Shane McMahon. So how do you take a guy who beats Shane McMahon, but then Shane McMahon's next night on Raw and he's controlling Raw? So that match between The Undertaker and Shane McMahon, in my opinion, was pointless. It made no sense to me then by doing this match. Made no sense at all. What was the point then? What was the point of doing this match if Taker beat him, but you see Shane on Raw the next night controlling Raw? How does that make sense? To me, that doesn't make sense at all. Now, after Vince asked him to lose to Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 32, Vince wanted Taker to lose at WrestleMania, which, in my opinion, it really doesn't matter because, because the stuff that was going on. He refused to do it and currently is not interested in making any further appearances. Vince is trying to find a way to smooth things over, but Undertaker is ignoring him. His current contract with the WWE only requires him to wrestle once a year. To receive his downside guarantee, he will be paid for the rest of the year, regardless of anything. If he decides not to compete next year, the contract will freeze, similar to what happened to Daniel Bryan. The idea is that since he is not working with WWE, they have the right to freeze his contract, his deal, so they can use him when something opens. That's what's going on. You know, ladies and gentlemen, The Undertaker is a Hall of Famer. Future Hall of Famer already. And Undertaker has always been there for Vince McMahon all the time. And I gotta tell you, man, Shane had to beat The Undertaker. But I knew that, you know, they weren't gonna let Undertaker lose against Shane. They weren't gonna allow him to lose to Shane McMahon. You know, they weren't gonna do it. And Undertaker didn't want to lose to Shane McMahon. He wanted to beat Undertaker. I mean, he wanted to beat Shane McMahon. That's what he wanted to do. But Vince, which I didn't know about, Vince wanted him to lose. He wanted Shane to beat The Undertaker. In my opinion, I did want Shane to win. So I don't know what's going on between these two, man. You know, SummerSlam is a big event. And, you know, Undertaker, you know, can't wrestle that much any much longer. That guy's 50, 51 years old. The guy is getting up in age and he can't do it no more. You know, the guy's slow in the ring. He's a slow performer. You know, this guy has done all in WWE. And I got to tell you my opinion. He didn't need to wrestle this year. The Undertaker did not need to wrestle this year. I mean, what more could you do for The Undertaker? The guy's done it all. He's a huge success for WrestleMania. He is the true WrestleMania. Nothing against Shawn Michaels. So if his contract freezes, then that's it. You know, they're only gonna use him when he's open, you know. So in my opinion, you know, I wouldn't want to have Undertaker wrestle no more. I respect The Undertaker. I'm a huge fan of him. He's my favorite wrestler of all time, you know, is The Undertaker. My favorite wrestler of all time. So this whole situation going on between Undertaker and Vince, this shocks me because you guys know Undertaker was always there for Vince when Vince needed him. All the time he was there. So when this year ends of 2016, his contract will freeze. The deal will freeze. And Undertaker deserves to go in the Hall of Fame. Hands down. He's a Hall of Famer. So, what do you guys think about this? You know the stiff going on between Undertaker and Vince McMahon. What do you guys think about this situation going on between these two? You know, I mean, this is really bad right now for Undertaker and Vince, you know, not getting along. You know, he's calling him, but he's ignoring his phone calls. And it's because he's mad. He's mad of the outcome that, you know, he didn't want to lose. He wanted Shane to beat him. And, you know, Shane lost, and I would want Shane to beat him so, you know, Shane can get control of Raw. I would want that to happen. But, you know, in my opinion, there's no way that Shane could beat The Undertaker. Undertaker was going to beat Shane McMahon. He had no chance. So, you guys let me know in the comments below what do you guys think about this whole situation. Until then, I'll see you on the next show. Subscribe.